Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and I am on the Shimmerz Paints, the educational YouTube team. And this is my very first layout. I am so excited to be here. So what I always do on my very first term layout for any team that I make, I do the design team photo. And this little traveler's notebook is like my resume for scrapbooking. So the three colors that I got out, along with the putting on the glitz, I also used colorings, Don't Citron Me, Spritz, You're the Zest, which is now my new favorite, and then colorings, Mama Sings the Blues. Now all three of these are one of my favorite colors. They're new for me that I got with my design kit. I got tons of other product as well that I am going to use throughout the duration of me being on the design team. I absolutely love how this turned out. So I'm starting out with putting on the glitz, and I mixed some of the green in there and mixed it up with my spatula. This is a sea urchin cut file from a mini stencil from Kaisercraft. And I just love how this part turned out. It's perfect. And that green really pulls because I looked at the colors that are on the Shimmerz design team photo. And this green and this blue and this yellow matches perfectly. So now I'm coming back in with this color of the putting on the glitz. And then I bring in the blue. And then I'm done. I am done with that one. And the putting on the glitz, I think, is a pasties, but either way, everything will be linked down below, along with the blog and the Facebook group, and everything that deals with Shimmerz will be down in the description down below. Now I come in with I call it like the splatters of what would be from a coffee cup, and I'm only using certain parts of it. I just want it to look like the sea urchin kind of splattered some things on like a round or something. Like I just wanted to add a little bit more detail to it. And it just turns out perfectly. And I just love, I get a little bit of the circles. I get a little bit of the mixtures of it. Some of it gets hidden, some of it does not. And I love how it turned out. It worked perfect. Now this particular layout is it's like my resume to my design team. So if I ever apply for a design team or a renewal, I always add it in there because it reminds me of what I've done if somebody asks. So now I'm doing some splattering. I did some splattering with the green, and I do come in with the yellow as well. And I just have to let it dry. So you'll see it kind of jump just a little bit in between the drying time. And then we get to going really good. So I hope that you are enjoying the new team. I absolutely love that I am here for the full year. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to be here with all of these ladies that are part of the Shimmerz design team, all of the educational, everything that comes along with it. I absolutely love Shimmerz. It is my favorite. That's pretty much all of the mixed media that I use. So even if you follow me on my personal channel, which I'll link that down below just so that you can come hop on over there, you will see all of my Shimmerz products are being used. I do not have much more in my stash that is not Shimmerz related. And so I am now getting out the field notes from Vicky Booten, and I am decorating up the edges. I found the colors that match the pictures and the colors that are in like our shirts and stuff that we're wearing. And it works out perfect. And I just make sure that it looks good, and then I place it down and I have to glue it. Now anytime I did gesso this paper, and in this design team traveler's notebook, that it's not good paper at all. So I have to gesso, and I use clear gesso a lot because I love using white gesso, but I prefer the clear because if I don't put mixed media on it, it's a little bit of a different tone colored base. So I use clear for quite a bit of mine. If I'm wanting to soften up a piece of paper or a background of whatever I'm doing, then I'll use white. But even on my white, I'll still pull up my clear. Just because if I miss a piece, it does show a little bit different. And I will tell you, I am a teacher. I'm a 3rd grade teacher, so I am sorry for my voice. I had to move my design team layout twice now because I thought I would have a voice, and then I'd get home to do the voiceover and it was not good. So I'm sorry. Give it just a little bit. My voice will be way better. We just started school. It is towards the end of August, but I'm going into my 4th week of school. So sooner or later, my voice will be back to normal. And it's getting back to normal. I've been doing everything I possibly can to get it back because I'm really tired of sounding like this. But it's the joys of being a teacher. And so now I'm just placing down all of this. Now I am pretty much essentially almost done. There's not very much left for me to do. I did fussy cut out some of my little strips and stuff that I have. And I fussy cut some of the butterflies. And I'm just embellishing. And this is pretty much the embellishment part. I do leave in quite a bit of my tutorials on what I am doing, even if it is something simple, because somebody may not know what they're, may not sure how to use something. So I do leave almost all of my process in. And I do speed mine up just a little bit, but not too much. And pretty much I am just now layering. In the still shots, you still don't see my journaling. I tend to not do my journaling, and normally my journaling is what type of layouts I've done for the year or the 6 months term, depending on whatever term it is, and then the dates. So once I know that the dates are done, I do go back and add the date between the start to the finish. I am definitely excited to be amongst all these new ladies and the veterans that have been for the Shimmerz. They are a true inspiration, so I hope that you can be able to find tons of inspiration on the YouTube channel, the blog, inside the group that they have, the community page, all of that. You can't miss anything. And their kits and their products are awesome. And mentioning my name gets you a small little gift. So if you mention in the comments Miranda, you will get a small gift of some sort. And they change. While I wasn't part of the design team, but I was part of getting product from them, I would always message, because I always remembered Missy, because Missy Wooden is a huge design team, educational member of the Shimmerz paint. I would get different little pods of product from them. So it's always a good thing. So mention my name and you'll get something a little bit free. And so now I'm just adding little bits left. I'm going through the puffy stickers. Obviously, I do have the still shots are going to be coming up. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, and along with checking out the blog and the Facebook group and all of that stuff. And I hope that you enjoyed this process. I absolutely love how this turned out. This is one of the best design team photos that I've been able to do in my resume, in my traveler's notebook. And I will leave you with finishing up with this and some splatters, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!